Hey everyone, Pat Rigsby here again to talk to you about integrating a more successful approach to personal training within your health club. So in the last video, we talked a little bit about the dynamics of a typical introductory session and how you should approach new members in your club. So now I want to talk a little bit more about the sales process as a whole, and I want to talk to you about ways that you can sell more training to people who have already been members of your club for a while and may or may not be active, inactive. There's a best way to approach all of these, so we're going to touch on that in this video. As far as the sales process goes, there are a couple things we need to keep in mind. The old model of selling, 6, 12, 24 sessions, hour sessions at a time, and, for $75 or $65, even $50 at a pop, it's antiquated. It's not effective anymore. People are crunched for money. They're crunched for time in a lot of instances. So we need to accommodate one or both of these when we're designing our personal training offerings. So the most successful things that you can do in a club setting would be to either offer 30-minute sessions, which we've had incredible success with, or offer sessions in a group or a boot camp format. We're going to start with how we can present 30-minute sessions in a sales process. Well, now as you probably know by now, as a member of gymsuccess.com, you're not wanting to do a sales presentation and offer somebody a yes or no close. You want an alternate choice close. So a great way to sell personal training, I'll throw out kind of hypothetical numbers, and here's how we would do a sales presentation. Let's say our offerings are 1, 2, and 3 times a week, and we're selling at $30 a half an hour session. So the way that I would present it to the prospect when we came back to the table to talk would be something like this. Okay, Mrs. Jones, I'm glad you had a great workout on the floor today. I hope you learned a lot. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the programs that we have available to you. First, I want to tell you about our 3 times a week program. This is kind of our Cadillac program. It's the one with all the bells and whistles where, people that really need a little bit of everything, that motivation, that accountability, that program design, that education. They don't want to think about this stuff. They have busy lives. And all they want to do is come in here and get the most for each and every time they visit the club. So that program's for them. And 3 times a week, and that's going to be only an investment of $360 a month. Now, our 2 times a week program is our most popular program. You kind of have the best of both worlds. You have a little more autonomy, you have a little more flexibility, but you're still meeting with your trainer twice a week to really kind of guide you and coach you through everything. And you're having those workouts that you're not with your trainer personally designed for you, so you know what to do when you come in the gym, but you don't have to schedule each and every session. Okay, that program twice a week, it's an investment of only $240 a month. And then finally, we have our 1 time a week program. This program is perfect for people who are a little bit more self-motivated or need a little bit more flexible scheduling and can't really commit to scheduling more than 1 appointment a week with their trainer. So this program, you're still going to get your professionally designed program. You're going to meet with your trainer each and every week, so you never have the opportunity to get off track. You're always, moving directly towards those goals. This program's only an investment of $120 a month. Now, based on what we've talked about out on the floor and me getting to know a little bit more about you and your fitness goals today, I would recommend going with either a 2 times a week program or a 1 time a week program. With that in mind, which one do you want to get started with today? Now, just by using that alternate choice close, you've not given them a do you want to train or not train question. You've asked them which one they want to start with. And that alone, that simple tweak, is going to improve your closing percentage tremendously. The second thing you want to do is have a downsell from there. Let's say that $120 a month is still a little steep for the prospect. So if they say, well, I need to think about it, you can go back and you can say, look, Mrs. Jones, uh, I respect that. Now, I know that when we talked on the floor, you said that you really felt like you could benefit a lot from working with a trainer. So, could you tell me, is it the investment that you need to think a little bit about? And invariably, it always comes back to money. They can tell you whatever they want, but it comes back to money. So, if you can get that affirmative response, say, well, then, you know what? I have a great solution for you. Here's what we can do. Flip over the price sheet and say, well, Mrs. Jones, this is the perfect program to solve that. You can meet with your trainer only twice a month. You're still going to have your program completely designed for you. You're going to know exactly what to do each and every time you come in the gym, but instead of meeting with your trainer once a week, you're going to meet with him every other week. So the only thing this is going to rely on more from you is just your ability to execute the plan and to follow exactly what your trainer's giving you. And this program is only an investment of $60 a month. So let's go ahead and start you with that. And then if you decide later on that you'd like to upgrade, we can do that and move you to a once-a-week program or something else. But my guess is you're going to get great results with this program, and we're not going to have to make any changes at all. So by having that downsell available, you're going to convert a lot more clients. I know for us, we were able to get over 100 clients in one facility that we worked on a twice-a-month program as a downsell. And, that added, a substantial amount of revenue to us. Now, we were selling it for a little bit more than $60 a month. So, you can work the numbers out yourself. But I know that most gym owners would like to have that extra, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 revenue boost just by adding that downsell. The other thing we want to think about outside of the sales process and outside of how we're going to be selling our training, how do we approach other people in the gym that are current gym members? Well, I've got a couple different things that you can do right now that you can implement literally immediately after watching this video. The first one is change your approach to how your trainers work the floor. The old approach to trainers working the floor, where they're essentially kind of vultures going out and bothering gym members and just kind of invading their personal space, never works. And to be honest, it kind of scares some gym members off and makes them a little less comfortable in the club. And unfortunately, in most clubs, there's either that approach to working the floor or the trainers don't work the floor at all. Your trainers need to be ambassadors for your club. They need to be out there on the floor being a smiling face and somebody that your gym members know they can lean on. Now, if you're creating this culture and your sales presentation during that introductory session goes the way that we talked about, and it's not this hard sell where the client is either going to start working with a trainer or they're going to walk away feeling as if the trainer is somebody they don't want to talk to anymore. Instead, they're going to see the trainer as a resource. Maybe it just wasn't the right time for them to work with a trainer. So here's a simple approach that you can use beginning today to work the floor and interact with current gym members. Simply between sessions, any time that they have available floor time, have your trainers walk around the gym and just, pick up weights, make loops around the gym, just, basically being accessible. Anybody they make eye contact with, just simply tell them to say hi, hello, how's your workout going? If the member that they come in contact with says, great, fine, give some sort of affirmative response, leave it at that. Say, well, if you ever need anything, let me know. If they say, nah, so-so, or, not so well, or I have a question, anything like that, it gives you an opportunity to kind of dive in and kind of flesh that out and see if maybe you can build this into something a little more like kind of an informal introductory session. So if somebody says, well, my workout's not going so great, or so-so, or anything less than a positive response, you can simply say, well, Miss Jones, tell me what you're trying to do, what your goals are, and get them to talk a little bit about that. So it's kind of a replacement for that whole questioning process at the beginning of the introductory session we talked about. And then segue into If they say, well, I'm trying to lose some weight, but I'm just not having much results, much in the way of results, then you can do one of two things. You can give them some impromptu tips right there on the spot and say, look, this is something that I've been doing with my clients and it works great. Or you can go directly to trying to schedule them for a complimentary session. Either way, even if you do give them some impromptu tips, you still want the end result to be scheduling them for a session where you can look over what they're doing, give them some feedback, and make some professional recommendations. If you funnel people back that way, you're going to be able to convert a decent number of people into training clients, especially by having some of these newer offerings, the downsells, where all you're doing is essentially in a twice-a-month program. It's kind of like program design. So that's what we do for current members that are active in the club. Inactive members, here's a great approach that you can use pretty much immediately. Call up, just print out a list, and hopefully your data management system allows you to have a list of all your clients, their everything from contact information, emails, birthdays, you name it. And make a list. Right now, I'm filming this, it's February. Print out all your March birthdays. And then have your trainers go down the list and say, look, hey, I'm Joe Trainer from XYZ Gym, and I'm just calling you to wish you a happy birthday on behalf of the gym. And I also want to let you know that as our way of saying thank you for being a member, we'd like to give you 2 complimentary sessions with one of our personal trainers as a birthday gift, especially for you. And some people are going to take you up on this, some aren't, but it gives you that reason why that you can call them. It's going to be great for your gym because most gyms don't call their members on their birthday. It's going to be great for your gym, building relationships with their members. And it's a great reason to get somebody in to meet with one of your trainers. During the first session, kind of treat it like an introductory session. Take them through questions, take them out on the floor, write down some tips, some strategies, kind of a general program, and then sell them, and then do a follow-up to make sure that if you taught them something, that it's sticking, that they're learning what you've taught them. So there you just a couple tips to really boost the revenue in your personal training department. So hopefully with that, you're going to be able to make some changes quickly and start really reaping the benefits that personal training can offer your club. And as always, if you have questions about anything I talked about on this video, or you have any more specific things you'd like me to cover, post it in the forums at Gym Success and I'll be happy to help. So this is Pat Rigsby signing off.